She lost her husband, but his presence never left. Every sound, every shadow, every dream reminded her he was still there. But in a world where love fights against death, how far can grief go before it consumes life? This is No End, a 1985 movie, the haunting story of a widow who can't let go and a ghost who can't move on. The story opens in silence. Uzraela Zoro sits alone in her apartment, the air heavy with losses. Her husband, Antek Zoro, a respected lawyer, has just died. But even as she mourns, something invisible lingers. Kieślowski doesn't use jump scares or ghostly effects. Instead, he fills the frame with emptiness, a mirror that reflects her loneliness. Because Antak is still there, his spirit watches over her, standing quietly in corners, moving through rooms, unseen but deeply felt. He doesn't speak, he doesn't touch, but his presence is so strong that she can almost feel his heartbeat in the silence. Their love was deep, unspoken, and imperfect, the kind that doesn't die easily. She lives every day as if he might walk through the door again. She wears his clothes, touches his book, replays his voice in her mind. In one heartbreaking moment, she whispers, "If you are here, show me." The camera lingers on a trembling hand, and somewhere in the background, a door moves slightly, as if he heard. This isn't horror, it's a grief made visible, a ghost story where ghost is love itself. Before his death, Antek was defending a young activist, Derek, imprisoned for opposing Poland marital law. After Antek's passing, the case is handed to Labrador, a cautious lawyer, who tells Derek to plead guilty and stop resisting. But Derek refuses. He wants justice, not mercy. And even in death, Antek's spirit seems to stand beside him, silently urging him not to give in. The case becomes a mirror of our Usurela's own struggle. How to live when the truth feels buried, when courage seems punished, and when love becomes a ghost. Usurela begins to feel Antek's presence more strongly. She sees him in her dreams, in mirrors, even at the edge of her bed. There is a quiet intimacy in their invisible connection. No words, no touch, but a shared act that keep them both bonded. She is alive, but her heart beats for a man who's gone. And he trapped between worlds, can't rest because she still needs him. In one unforgettable scene, Usrella lies in bed and whispers into dark, "Stay with me, don't go." And though Anta can't answer, he sits beside her, a silent guardian of love that refuses to fade. As days passes, the outside world feels meaningless. Friends tell her to move on, to start living again. But Uzrela doesn't want to live without him. The political chalks in Poland mirrors her emotional state. Both are suffocating, hopeless and endless. When she learns that Derek has been sentenced, she breaks completely. In a devastating sequence, Uzrela prepares herself one final time. She takes sleeping pills, lies down on her bed, and slowly closes her eyes. The room fades into stillness. We see Antek's ghost appears beside her, gentle and sorrowful. He holds her hand, and as her life slips away, his spirit finally disappears. Their souls are free, reunited at last. They end not with a terror, but with stillness. No end isn't about death, it's about how love survives it. Anthak's ghost symbolizes memory, conscience, an unspoken bond that grief keeps alive. Uzrela's final act isn't suicide out of despair, it's a surrender to reunion. In death, she finds one thing life couldn't give her anymore: peace. The final frame fades into silence. No music, no dialogue, just emptiness. Because the world ending doesn't exist, only continuation of emotion. Some love never end. They only change the space between two hearts from life to eternity. The story of a widow, a ghost, and a love that refused to die.